and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my everyday makeup look. This has been my go-to makeup look for the past few weeks now, so I thought I'd show you because I've been wearing it a lot in my videos. So yeah, I hope you do enjoy this video, and let's get started into a lot less fresher looking Emily. Okay, so the first thing I do before starting any sort of like base makeup, I guess, is prime. To be fair, I don't really know if this does anything, but everyone else does it, so I do it. And as you can tell, I've got awful skin at the moment. It's so dry and like flaky and spotty, so I need to use like a really hydrating primer, and the one I use when I need that is the Autograph Hydrating Confidence Boost Primer. And this is Autograph, if you don't know, is M&S's makeup line. This is okay, like I don't think it's overly hydrating, but compared to a lot of my primers, it's very hydrating. So I'm just going to be putting that all over my face. I have already like moisturised and everything, but my skin is just awful, like I'm sure you can tell. But it's so annoying because like as a teen, I never really struggled with spots, like, and I was just like, oh, I'm never gonna be the type to get spots. And now that I'm like a young adult, I've got spots, like, so I don't think that's how it's meant to work. But I don't even know why I've got it. I sometimes find that like, or I'm inside in central heating, like inside a lot, I get it because of the central heating, so maybe it's that. I don't really know what it is, but that's the primer on. It's just like, I guess it makes my skin look a little bit more dewy. But yeah, and then the next thing I do, which is quite new to my makeup routine, is use like a skin illuminator. I find this makes my face look so nice as I've got my full face of makeup on. This is the No. 7 Skin Illuminator. Don't know if it's got a shade, don't think it does. But I tend to just put this on the high points of my face, the places I'd put highlight, because I don't really use highlight anymore. This is the only thing I sort of use. You can use this over the top of makeup, but I find it looks nicer underneath. So yeah, like on my nose, Cupid's bow, but mainly just on my tops of my cheekbones, and I just blend that in with my fingers. I don't know if you can tell, but it just makes my skin look radiant. Like, it doesn't look glittery, it just looks radiant. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about, but in reality, I just sort of make things up as I go along. Sorry, but look at that glow. Very nice. The next thing I do at the moment is use my Bare Minerals Bare Pro foundation. I tend to use on days where my skin's fine, when I'm not really doing anything, like now, obviously no one is. I use the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Moisturiser, but as my skin is so bad, I like to use foundation. This one, as I said, is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. I've got this in a couple of shades, but obviously as you can tell, I am super pale at the moment, so I'm going to be using the one in Golden Nude 13, and I just put a pump or so on the back of my hand. Sorry, I'm just gonna have to reach behind you to get my beauty blender. And at the moment, I've been loving using a sponge, which if you've watched any of my other makeup videos, you know that I always use my Tarte brush, but this actually came with my Shape Tape, so this is the Tarte sponge, any sponge though, but this one's so soft, and I just feel like it makes my skin look smoother. I don't really know if it does. I'll probably go back to my brush soon because it's my trusty fave. But I'm just going to be dotting that all around my face. I'm sat on my bed, so like I don't really have anywhere to put things, so I'm just sort of hoping that I don't spill stuff on my bed, because these are practically new sheets. I only changed them last night. I might go in with like a second layer on my cheeks, because I think I've mentioned this, but I suffer a lot with rosacea. So like on my cheeks I tend to need a little bit more coverage. But I'm just going to be bouncing that in using my sponge. This foundation, I don't know what color, I'm really bad at choosing what coverage things are, but I'd say this is like a medium coverage. It's not like war paint, like, I don't know, I don't actually own any full coverage products, I don't think. I don't tend to like that look, just because I feel like it looks really like not natural. I like my makeup to look as natural as possible. So yeah, I'm just going to be balancing that in like so. Another foundation I love is, I think I've probably mentioned this lots of times, the Tarte Amazonian Clay Stick Foundation. But that one's just a bit heavier, and obviously, I don't really, obviously my skin's better, but I'm not really seeing anyone, so I'm not too worried about my skin looking awful. But I just feel like days when I'm not doing anything, especially during this time, I feel better for myself just putting makeup on. Like, I don't feel quite so sluggish. So I always try to, weekdays, I don't tend to wear makeup on the weekends, because I like still having the difference between a weekend and a weekday. I think it's so important. But I like to put makeup on just on weekdays. Obviously not every day, weekdays. I didn't wear any yesterday. But yeah, as you can see, it's just made my skin look a bit smoother, but you can still see a lot of redness on my cheeks, so I tend to go in with just, not even a pump, like a dot of more foundation. I just put that on my cheeks, and then a little bit on my chin, just to like make everything look a little bit more seamless and natural. So I'm just going to be, again, balancing that in, just adding that tiny bit more coverage. I really hope you enjoyed Friday's video. If you haven't seen it, I did a boyfriend chooses my misguided clothes. I forgot to take a thumbnail for it, which is so stupid. Like, I never do forget that. So I've had to like improvise and just sort of cut bits from the video. So I hope it looks okay. But if you want to see anything else like that, or like him choosing from another website, or like doing like a date night outfit, or my mum doing it, I'm sure she'd want to get involved. Please let me know, because I would definitely do that, because it was quite a fun video for me to film. So now that I've got my foundation on, I'm going to go on to concealer, and I need a fair bit of concealer to cover these up. And the only concealer I found which really covers is Tarte Shape Tape, and it's so expensive, and it's a pain in the ass to get your hands on in the UK. But so if you are wondering how I got it, I get it from QVC. If you don't know what QVC is, it is a online like shopping channel on the TV. My mum loves it, so whenever it's on I ask her to pick me up one, and obviously I send her the money over. I've got mine in the shade Light. It's slightly lighter than my skin, but I kind of like that. And a little bit goes a really long way with this, so obviously I just cover up my spots, and I put a little bit on my chin. And then I know a lot of people say don't apply products from the like doe first straight to like spots, but I always do, and I know that's bad, but I always do it. I probably shouldn't. That's probably why my skin is so bad, but I think that's majority of all my blemishes. And then obviously I always blend this in and then do my concealer, because I feel like it dries too quickly if I do it under my eyes. And then yeah, I just blend that in again with a sponge. These ones here are the bane of my life. I know this is TMI, so sorry, but they're like really weepy. God, I can't believe I'm telling you this. So like it's really hard to cover them, but this concealer is just amazing. It's the only concealer I found that actually like lasts and works, because I find like, don't get me wrong, I love my like Rimmel Lasting Perfection and like Maybelline Fit Me and stuff like that, but I find that they just don't last, and after a while they just like crack, and like it just, it's so obvious that you've covered, like you've got spots and you've covered them up. But with this one I just feel like it makes my skin look a lot nicer. Okay, so now that they're pretty much covered, obviously you can still see them a bit, I'm never going to get them completely gone. I'm going to go and do my under eye concealer using the same product and just doing little dabs like this. And obviously because this is, if you can tell, it's such a big tube, like this lasts me a fair amount of time. I normally get 3 concealer, like drugstore concealer, like there's no tomorrow, but with this one it lasts me a good few months, which is really good, especially when it's quite expensive. Like it's just amazing. Like, where's my under eyes gone? Oh, I'm so cringy. Like so now I look literally ridiculous. I'm gonna be setting everything. I'm really sorry, I'm gonna move my makeup brushes because I keep having to reach behind, but I've cleaned all my makeup brushes, and oh my gosh, isn't that just like the most satisfying thing? And my mum, because if you know me, you know that I am intolerant to chocolate. We've only realised this quite recently, but I can eat odd bits of chocolate, but if I have like too much, like I feel really sick, and like my face goes a bit blotchy. And I think that might be why I'm so spotty, because I've ate too much chocolate. But yeah, so my mum got me a makeup brush cleaner instead. I know some people might say that's a bit excessive, but like it's just always been, oh, these spots are horrendous. I'm just gonna have to leave that because they just don't like me, and I don't like them. After I've used my loose powder, I don't think I told you, this is the Rimmel Match Perfection powder. I've had this for ages and I'm running out. I use my Bare Minerals Bare Pro. I think I've used all these products before, but I haven't found anything better. And I've got a new brush actually. This is the Style Pro 102. This Style Pro, that's his brand. This came with the set. And this one's really good for powder. The only thing is they smell really weird. They do smell like, this is gonna be gross, but even though I've washed them, like I washed them twice since I've got them now, they smell like cat wee. I don't know if that's just me. I'm sure they probably don't. But they're brilliant brushes, don't get me wrong. Okay, so that's all of my powder on. We're going to move on to bronzer, and I always switch my bronzers up, but at the moment I've gone back to loving my Benefit Hoola. I've honestly had this for years. I probably should have got rid of it, but I don't feel like powder. There's nothing really to go off in powders. As you can tell, it is very loved. It's all falling apart and I've majorly hit pan, so this is something I'm going to have to invest in soon. But I take this on what I used to use for blusher, but I just find it quite a nice shape for bronzer. It is the Studio brush. I don't think it says, but I think it is designed for blusher, but I like it for bronzer. Just tapping off all the excess. Can you see that? It looks really cool. And then I'm going to be bronzing, obviously, normal areas. I'm sure you all know this. It's just smaller, so I feel like it puts the product in where I want it better. I do tend to go a bit overboard with bronzer, so I just go back in with the powder brush. And with the excess powder, just like go over the top. So that's my bronzer, and now I'm going to go in with blusher. At the moment I've been loving, again, my Milani Luminoso. All the writing's rubbed off of this. I got this when I was out in America a couple of years ago. And taking another Studio brush, this is a stippling brush. Dropped it on the floor, haven't I? This is in S101. I don't know if you can actually buy these brushes or they just come in the sets, but they're okay. I love this because it just adds some glow. Like, I haven't been wearing highlight other than the illuminator, but it just adds some glow back in my face. And I think they now sell Milani in Boots. I think I've heard that. So if you can get your hand on this blush, honestly, it's the best blush I've ever tried. And it isn't as expensive as like all the Benefit ones, I don't think. I think I got this in CVS when I was out in America. So if you're American and watching this, I doubt you are. But CVS is the place to go. That is all my makeup applied, and honestly, like, I just love how it looks. I don't want to toot my own trumpet, but I think it looks quite good. Now we're going to go on to brows. And I've been switching up a little bit. I haven't been using Gimme Brow first just because I don't really have a reason, I just haven't. But I've been using my Goof Proof. I prefer the Gimme, what's it called? Precisely My Brow. But I've got this one at the moment, so I'm going to be using this one. It's like an angled thing. It's just a bit bigger, like I find it a bit harder. And then obviously setting it with my 24-hour brow setter, as always. So I'm just going to be brushing through them, filling them in. If you want to see a video on my eyebrows, which you probably don't because I'm not very good at them, but I can do that if you want. Okay, so as you can tell, I've got my eyebrows on. Honestly, I'm really not good at eyebrows. Like, I go for phases where I really like my eyebrows and others where I just hate them, and at the moment I'm really not enjoying my brows nor doing them. So I'm now going to be going on with eyeshadow. Like, I just put a wash of colour all over my eyes. So I'm going to be taking my Tarte Clay Must Have palette, and I'm just going to be using Instinct mixed with Stone. Oh, just to add like a peachy beigey colour. And I'm just going to be literally just like putting that all over my eyes, just as a bit of a wash. Just add a bit of something on my eyes. Like, I don't do anything crazy on the daily just because, as I said, I'm not going anywhere. But it just makes me feel a little bit better. Literally just like that. Doesn't really do anything, but it gives me a happier head. Now for mascara, I'm going to be using my favourite Too Faced Better Than Sex. I absolutely love this mascara. It just gives my eyelashes the most incredible volume. If you know any like drugstore dupes, please let me know, because obviously there's another one which isn't cheap. And I'm going to be curling my eyelashes. I actually had my eyelashes lifted and tinted like a month before the lockdowns. Obviously they're gone now, they've dropped and they're not tinted anymore. But obviously I'm going to be booking in with my eyelash technician as soon as this is over, because she did an incredible job. And now I'm just going to be putting a coat of this on. Now we are almost done. The last step, I bet you can guess, is lips, and I'm going to be using my favourite all-time lip product, my NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in London. It's just like the perfect like beigey, peachy nude, and I just feel like it really complements my eye colour and my eyeshadow. So yeah, this is the finished makeup look. I'm going to be using my Too Faced Hangover Setting Spray, but obviously I'm going to wait for everything to dry first and get the little annoying bits of mascara off. But I hope you did like this makeup look. If you want to see any other makeup looks, like, I don't know, more of a glam makeup look, please let me know and I'll make sure to do that for you. But yeah, please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, leave in the comments below any other videos you'd like to see me do, and I'll see you all very soon with a new video. Bye.